Hey guys, today I'll be telling you how you can create your Shopify store in no time. Shopify is one of the best and easiest to use e-commerce website builders in the world. And but if this is your first time using Shopify or first time building a website entirely, there's a learning curve. Today in this video, I'm gonna give you a complete step-by-step Shopify tutorial for beginners. By the end of this video, you will have your Shopify store set up with your product, and let's get started. I'll be telling you some notes. This guide and video assumes you have picked a product to sell. If not, you have to do that first. So I'm going to tell you how you can plan your store without opening your computer. So the planning is not part of the hour it takes to create your store. The part is actually where you should spend the most of the time, so you can fly through the actual setup process. Before you even open your laptop to work, there are a few questions you should answer. The questions are you opening solo or with a business partner? If it's with your partner, how will you split up the work? What about the profit? So if you are in a committed relationship, will your significant other support you working long hours? If there's a side hustle on the top of a full-time job, it's not uncommon to work well into the night. It's your main job. You likely need to financial support as you start. So beyond these questions, you also want to determine your goal. Do you want this to replace your job, or it's a job hobby? How much time do you want to spend on this Shopify project? How about raising money for your Shopify store? Do you have a budget to hire a designer, or will you bootstrap? If you're bootstrapping, it will require a lot of more of your time. So how casual or serious do you want the tone of your business to be? What are some companies whose tone you admire? Consider these for your about us page, as a lot of people get hung up on that and will eat into an hour, or if you know it. So you have to plan a checklist before you set up your store. Make sure you write your income goal, speak with your spouse and your business partner to hash out the logistics, decide if this is a small venture or your main business venture. Either is okay. So determine how much time and money you have to give it this project. So 'cause you have to create a website mind map on how things will be organized. At this point, you have to option follow the step-by-step video or follow along the text. So the next thing is challenging. Choosing your store name. Your store name is a big deal. It's your brand, your business soul, or something like that. Your store name does not need to be as the same as your legal business name. But if it's different, you have to file like doing a business as DBA in the US. While we are on that subject, most people wonder if they need to register before opening their store. Technically, no. You don't have to worry about your business being a business until you are making income. So my advice is to not let registering your business stop you from starting. You can always register after you start making some money. Just keep in mind that you need to at least file a DBA if you don't incorporate. So it's important keep your product offering current and future in mind. Do not let your name limit you. Selling matcha tea. Simply matcha sounds like a great name, right? It's short, easy to spell, and original. What happens when you branch out selling other kinds of tea? Your brand name is suddenly limiting you. I'm not saying that you can't have a name like this. Just make sure if you do go with the name like this, you will still sell simply matcha in 5 or even 10 years. You can always rebrand, but that's not an easy process. The tips are just that tips you can toss them into the wind and have a longer or crazier name. I'm using a matcha made in heaven from a trial store. It doesn't adhere to the fewer than 12 characters, so be you have to be creative about it. So now you can open your laptop because it's time to register a domain name. So registering a domain name, your domain name is what your customers type in the browser's URL to visit your store. So that is, you can register it through a third-party app like Namekeep. Is less expensive but more complicated. Then you have to change your domain name server's DNS setting. Check to make sure your domain name is still available before you settle on state name. There's nothing worse than finding the perfect name only to realize the .com extension is taken. So then you have to create a Shopify account. You can go to shopify.com, sign up, just get a 14-day free trial. You have to enter your email, name, store name. You can change your store name later if you need it. So after you click create your store, you will see tell us a little about yourself page. Your answers here on the effect, the advice, emails, and you in the newsletter. On the next page, you enter your name and mailing address. If you started a corporation, choose your business address. Otherwise, use your home address. Then you have to click on Enter My Store. You are all set. So then let's talk about selecting and customizing your Shopify theme. There are a lot of options and things to click now. Don't worry, I will cover most of it in this article. The only thing you should think about right now is your store theme. The theme is a pre-created website design. You can add to a store to make it look pretty without writing code. So there are hundreds of themes to choose from. There some are better than others. Many third-party developers create themes you can use that aren't in Shopify stores. So editors to edit your store theme, you have to go to online stores themes and then click on the visit theme store button. So guys, this was it for today. Hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.